Essentially an ace for Kaylee Myers, considering that Walsh had a play on it. Can't truly credit her with the ace, but about as close to an ace as you're going to get without actually getting credit for one. Tigers with an 11-6 lead. Timeout taken by Frontier Academy. Brought to you by Bank of Colorado. Focusing less on finding a loan and more on finding the right fit for your finances. Bank of Colorado, there's only one. Member FDIC. Again, if you're just joining us, dealing with some technical connectivity issues here in Greeley. Fortunately, not a lot you can do in that situation. Try to clear things up as best we can. Apologize for the occasional dropout. Tigers up 11-6. Kaylee Myers out of the timeout with the serve for Sterling. Don't take your comfort for granted. Keep your home heating and cooling systems inspected and maintained with Bailey Mechanical. 970-522-0471. Myers with the serve, toppled over the middle, played by Fost. High set, near pin, big swing is driven off the hands of Myers, who is a little out of her element on the back row defensively. A kill for Anastie Shepard, her first tonight. That'll give the Wolverines possession on the side out. 11-7, Sterling up by 4. Ball misplayed by Canada, chased down by Rios, and it's off the bottom of the basketball court, or basketball hoop, excuse me. Sterling up 11-8. Henry with the set. Rios pushes it inside the near pin. Nice dig up on the 10-foot line, and a 2-hit violation is called on Frontier as Morgan Henley gets tagged with the ball handling error, giving Sterling possession up 12-8. Rios with the serve. Ball over the middle, misplayed, chased down far side, and a tip short by Shepard. Diving save by Rios. High set for Kaylee Johnson, and Kaylee drives it too deep and out. Hitting error for Kaylee Johnson. Gives the ball back to Frontier Academy. Sterling up 12-9 here in set number 1. Ball floated deep by Gabri Anderson. Set middle for Johnson, who pushes it back deep. Dug up back row by Fost. High set near side for Shepard. And Shepard is too deep and out as the line judge says out on the far side. Anastie Shepard gets tagged with the hitting error. 13-9. Sterling by 4. Shaylee Ulrich, the center, will serve as Sterling has played it once through the rotation. An ace for Ulrich as Taylon Fost got caught backpedaling and could not make the play. Second ace tonight for Shaylee Ulrich. Shaylee back deep again, picking on Fost in the near corner. High set, far side, push back deep by Shepard. Ulrich sets, Johnson drives off the dig, ping-pongs around, and it's back over on the second touch. High set near side this time for Santamasso, and Santamasso caught fingertips at the net. The near line judge says, yes, she did. She caught a hand at the net. Addie Santamasso with the kill, and the Tigers build on their lead. They're up 14-9. First set of play from Frontier Academy High School. Sterling and Frontier battling for the 16th time all-time. Ulrich will float it back deep on Bernaldo Libero. Set over the middle and a big drive, turn back on the block, punch back over and push deep by Henry, and that one is chased down and punched back into play, but can't be delivered across the net in 3 by Frontier. Can't credit Sid with a kill there, as the Wolverines had an opportunity to get that ball back over, but boy, she put them in a bad position to try to make a play on that one. 16-9 Sterling. Free ball over by Frontiers, chased down by Canada. Set for Henry, and Sid too big and out with the swing. Second hitting error tonight for Henry. Tigers hold a 16-10 lead. Now confusion about Who has the ball? Frontier has the ball. Pair of subs in up front for the Wolverines. Back to serve is Stella Miller. Miller, far side, played by Henry. Ulrich sets it up for Sid, and Sid will drive it over the block and off the dig for the kill. Third kill of the set for Sydney Henry. Tigers in front 17-10 here in the opening set of play. Johnson with the serve, flat-footed serve, knuckles far sideline, bump set and a punch over is too wide and out. That was Lauren Fagerberg who tried to punch it from the far sideline to the near and instead sends it into the Tiger bench. 18-10 Sterling. Johnson rolls the net cord and gets it to drop. An ace for Kaylee Johnson, her first tonight. 19-10 Sterling for Kaylee. That is ace number 34 on the season. And again, Frontier Academy burns a timeout. Their second of the set, down 19-10. Johnson with 34 aces on the year. That puts her behind Sydney Henry, who has now 40 with her ace in this opening set. A win for the Tigers would put them at 13-4. It would be the 493rd career win for Lisa Shoemaker. We talked about that during our pregame show. Assuming Sterling wins out, Lisa would obtain her 500th career win in the season finale at home against Liberty Common. And quite honestly, what better way to wrap up the regular season than at home on pink out night for career win number 500. I think it would be a fantastic situation on the 27th of October, but still a long ways to go before you get to that point. Obviously, we're well away from that. We've got a long way to go in this one. Sterling up 19-10. The timeout brought to you by Horizon Turf Nursery. For 3 decades, they've provided high-quality sod, so as you plan your future projects, know the finest sod available is on the horizon at horizonturfnursery.com. Out of the timeout, Johnson flutters the serve too deep and out. 19-11, Sterling by 8. On the service error by Kaylee Johnson, the serve goes to Lauren Fagerberg. Fagerberg will drive it deep, and Emery Rios off the bottom of the backboard again. Second time in this set that Emery has received a ball and sent it right off the base of the backboard that hangs over the gym. 19-12. Fagerberg continues with the serve. Flat foots the serve far side. Rios will receive cleanly this time. Nice set over the middle for Sid, who drives it off the diving dig by Frontier, and a free ball back deep, handed up by Johnson. Bump set from Ulrich, and a tip by Henry is blocked. Back diving attempt by Rios, but it's out of bounds. The block by the Frontier Academy Wolverines belongs to Samantha Walsh. 19-13, Frontier has cut it down to just a 6-point contest. Fagerberg with the serve, spun over the middle on Kaylee Johnson. Ulrich with the set. Sid will push a 10-foot line. Diving pickup by the Wolverines. Bump set and a free ball is a 2-hit violation on Fagerberg. She tried the 2-hand push to the 10-foot line and hit one hand before the other and got too much spin on the ball. 20-13, Sterling leads. Ball back deep on the serve from Santa Maso. And another 2-hit violation. That one belongs to Carly Curbs, the senior, who again got one hand on before the other. Now the officials are calling over one of the administrators for Frontier Academy. I think the issue is the whistling from the students section being confused for whistles from the officials. So they'll have a nice little chat with the students section and tell them that they can't continue to do that. 21-13, Tigers with the advantage, leading by 8. After this official timeout, Sterling will have possession of the volleyball. Addie Santa Masa will have the serve. Santa Maso ready to go, so are the officials. Addy back deep, too deep and out. So for the second time in a row after a stoppage of play, Tigers turn around and hand the ball back on a service error. (21-14), Tigers lead it by 7, 4 points away from taking this opening set. Serve toppled near side on Henry. Ulrich sets middle for Myers, and Myers is able to dump it inside the near corner for the kill. Kaylee Myers gets kill number 1 tonight. Sterling's lead is at 22-14. Sid Henry back to serve. Jump serve from Sid, spun far side, and on the far sideline in that back corner, Sid collects her second ace tonight, makes it 23-14. Tigers 2 points away from putting this first set down. Sydney with the serve, this time near sideline, handed up by Gabri Anderson, but it ends up out of bounds past the back line. Third ace of the night for Sid, 24-14, 10 set points for Sterling. Henry with the approach and the jump serve over the middle. Misplayed by Fost, bumps that underneath and a free ball swing deep, misplayed by Santa Maso. Kill belongs to the Wolverines. This time it was Cameron Lyons who gets the kill. 24-15, 9 more set points for Sterling. Lyons to serve. Cameron, low line drive, played by Rios. Henry with the set for Myers, who drives it over the middle. Dug up by Lyons, bumps that near side, and Shepard pushes it into the net. Anasty Shepard commits the hitting error, and that ends our first set. Sterling takes the first, 25-15, second set coming up on 105.7 KPMX in the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at Frontier Academy High School in Greeley for our second set, brought to you by Kuski Oil Company, fuel transport, propane, and farm delivery from a family-oriented company. Call 970-886-2121 or stop by 224 2nd Avenue in Crook. Sterling takes the opening set 25-15. I'm Chris Bullbrum. Glad to have you along here for set number 2. Kaylee Myers checks in on the back row, or checks out, excuse me. Courtney Canada, the libero, will take over for Myers. So you've got Rios, Canada, and Henry on the back row. Sanamaso, Johnson, and Simance up front for Sterling. Over on the other side, the Wolverines take to the floor as Frontier Academy will have the first serve of set number 2. Head coach Kyle Knudsen in his second year, 10-19 is the head man for Frontier. Again, they too have dealt with a bevy of injuries and COVID protocols and all that stuff this season. Many of the same issues Sterling has dealt with. Ball served by Gabri Anderson, running jump set from Henry and a big swing over by the Tigers. Bump set near side, Foast with a back row swing, dug up by Rios. High set, far pin, Johnson pushes it back deep. That one's popped up by Anderson. Set for Shepard, who drives it deep. Dig by Canada, ends up back on the Frontier side. They'll push it back across, set Johnson, and Kaylee Johnson powers it off the block for the kill. That's Kaylee's second kill tonight. That one off the assist of Sydney Henry. Taylor Simance comes out and is replaced by fellow freshman Shaylee Ulrich. Ulrich, the setter, with the low line drive serve. Misplayed by Bernal, an ace for Shaylee. She matches Sydney Henry with 3 aces tonight. Sterling has a 2-0 advantage here in set number 2. Frontier kept it close through about the first third of the opening set, but the Tigers were able to pull away late. Bernal with the bump set and a roll shot deep by Frontier. That was Gabri Anderson, who could not get that one in bounds on the far sideline. 3-0 Sterling here in set number 2. Again, Shaylee with the serve. Ulrich serving left to right on your radio dial. Floats it far side again on Bernal de Libero. Bump set far side and a block set up by the Tigers on the swing from Anastie Shepard. Sydney Henry with her first block tonight. Sterling on a 4-0 run to start the second set. Ulrich dumps it short, played by Anderson. High set middle for Fagerberg, and she'll punch it back deep. Set for Henry, and Henry will power it off the block and get it down inside the near sideline. Kill number 4 tonight for Sid. Tigers up 5-0. Ulrich continues with the serve. Shaylee again just clears the net, and it's Natalie Moore in on the front row who gets her hands out there and punches it past the back line. Another ace for Ulrich, her 4th. 6-0 Sterling to start this set. Shaylee angles it far side. Bernal diving attempt on the receive. She can't get it cleanly. 3 aces in this 7-0 run for Shaylee Ulrich. 5 on the day. Moore is replaced up front by Morgan Henley. Ulrich with the serve. This time she'll dump it short, and again it can't be fielded cleanly by Foast this time. That's 4 aces in the midst of this 8-0 run for Sterling, and 6 today for Ulrich. See if Shaylee picks on that front side again. Instead she goes far side. It's handed up by Anderson. Set and a roll shot deep from Shepard. Picked up by Ulrich. A bump set from Canada and a dump to the 10-foot line from Henry. High set near side. Shepard over the top of the block. Dug up by Ulrich on the near sideline. Bump set near side for Sanamaso, who drives it deep. Handed up by Anderson. Set from Bernal and a roll shot through the block. Diving dig up by Rios. Set for Sid. Cross shot off the hands. Sydney Henry gets another kill for the Tigers and continues this run. It's now a 9-0 run for Sterling. And a timeout taken by the Frontier Academy Wolverines, down 9-0 here in set number 2. They burn their first timeout, brought to you by Country Creations and Country Feed and Supply. Stop by 1870 Highway 6 in Sterling. Get your work and sports apparel with quality and affordable screen printing. Country Creations and Country Feed and Supply, a new team to serve more of your needs. Tigers up 1-0, took the opening set 25-15. Now find themselves up 9-0 to start this second set, including 4 aces in this run for Shaylee Ulrich, the freshman setter, getting her second game back under her feet after missing time due to COVID protocol. She was able to play last week against Yuma on Thursday night. Sterling, of course, scheduled to play Liberty Common on Tuesday. That was supposed to be pink out night, but Lisa, wanting to have as full a roster as possible for that matchup against a quality Liberty Common team, got them to move it back to the end of the season, October 27th. Ulrich with the serve out of the timeout, played by Fost. Bumps at far side for Shepard, and she's denied on the block as Kaylee Johnson goes high and puts up the wall against Anastie Shepard. It's a 10-0 run for Sterling out of the gates here in this second set. Ulrich with the serve back deep, Fost over the middle. High set, near side, a roll shot short. Diving save by Henry. Sanamaso keeps it in play and a push to the 10-foot line by Rios. Anderson short set, middle. Denied once again is Lauren Fagerberg. Kaylee Johnson again collects the block. Sterling on an 11-0 run here in set number 2. Ulrich walks it up. Topples it near side. Played by Henry. Bump set for Shepard. Roll shot through the block. Kicked up by Johnson, but there's nobody else to take it off the dig by Courtney Canada. A kill for Anastie Shepard, her second today. Finally ends the run at 11-0. Sterling hands the ball back to Frontier Academy, up 11-1. Anastie Shepard, fresh off the kill, will hand herself the serve. Dealing with some technical issues in our connection tonight. I apologize for that. Shepard immediately follows it up with a service error. So Sterling ends the 11-0 run, makes it 11-1, then gets the ball right back up 12-1. Kaylee Johnson to serve. Kaylee walks it to the line, floats it far side. Ball freed over on the receive, chased down by Johnson. Ulrich sets up far side. Sid powers it off the block, back onto the Tiger side. Freed over on the dig by Sanamaso. Punched back across by Frontier. Punched back by Sid. Punched back over by the Wolverines. Set for Sid again. Tips it over the top of the block and gets the kill. It was like a game of hot potato, and Sterling finally gets the point on a heady play by Sid Henry. 13-11. Johnson with the serve, and it's misplayed on the back row by Cameron Lyons. An ace for Kaylee Johnson, her second tonight. Sterling makes it a 14-1 ball game here in set number 2. Kaylee with the walking approach, jumps it short. And again, it finds the floor before the diving save can be made by Cameron Lyons. That's 3 aces now for Kaylee Johnson. Gets the sign from Lisa Shoemaker. Johnson the serve, angled far side, and it's dug up back row by Frontier. Set for Fagerberg, and Fagerberg splits the block, splits the defense, and airmails it past the back line. Lauren Fagerberg with her third hitting error. Somehow managed to miss every pair of hands on its way by. Johnson another serve near side, played by Henley, and Frontier cannot clear it across in 3, a 4-hit violation for the Wolverines. 17-1, Sterling with the advantage. Kaylee just clears the net, dig back row by Miller. Bumps at Fagerberg, and Moore with the free ball to the 10-foot line, taken by Rios. Sat for Myers. Myers through the block. Nice dig, 10-foot line by Frontier, and then miscommunication up front between a trio of Wolverines. That was Anderson, Fagerberg, and Moore, who were all going for the ball, and nobody could get it cleanly. Sterling leads it by 17. They're up 18-1 here in set number 2. Timeout taken by Frontier Academy, brought to you by Better Electric. Everyone uses electricity, whether you need new construction work, remodel projects, agricultural, or livestock applications. Contact Better Electric at 970-521-1030. Remember, they have 24/7 emergency services. The starting 6 huddled up in a separate huddle with Coach Knudsen for Frontier Academy. The remaining players in their own huddle talking with the JV and assistant coaches for the Wolverines. Knudsen just trying to get his ladies back on track as they trail 18-1 here in this second set. Tigers took the first set 25-15. It was a back and forth affair through the first 16 points. At one point it was tied 8-8. It's been all Sterling here in set number 2. An 11-0 run to start the set. Now a 7-0 run, up 18-1. Johnson out of the timeout, topples it far side to a knee. The receive by the Wolverines. Set far side for Fagerberg. Over the block, dug up by Santamasso. Chased down by Johnson, and a free ball by Myers, picked up by Miller. One-handed set is tipped back over by Frontier, and somebody got into the net. That was Kaylee Myers who got into the net for Sterling. The blocking violation on Myers ends the 7-0 run and makes it 18-2. Lauren Fagerberg will have the serve. Working from the extreme near corner. Walks it up and delivers it over the middle on Kaylee Johnson. Ulrich the bump set. Myers with the swing off the block. Nice dig up, but it can't be freed over by Frontier as that ball ends up in the net off the hands of Samantha Walsh. 19-2 Sterling. Now Addie Santamasso takes her turn behind the service line. Bernal, the libero, cannot field the ball cleanly. An ace for Addie Santamasso, and frustration from the senior Bernal. And she has been victimized by the Tigers serve all night long. 20-2 Sterling. Ball played back row by Lyons. High set near side for a swing from Walsh through the block. Set, Ulrich, tip, Rios, far line. She gets it to fall, but Emery got into the net on the follow through. The hitting error on Emery Rios hands it back to Frontier at 20-3. On to serve is Morgan Henley from the bench. She replaces Natalie Moore. Henley will set up in the middle of the floor. 5 feet behind the service line. Walking approach, big serve back deep, dug up by Santamasso. Set for Rios, cross shot, misplayed by Bernal. Bump set from Miller, and Bernal the back row swing from the libero. Chased down by Santamasso. Bump set for Myers, who tips it over the block. Diving save 10-foot line. Set for a flat-footed free ball over from Walsh. Set Ulrich to Henry, blocked back by the Wolverines. Chased down by Santamasso. Bump set for Rios, and she'll free it short. Dug up by Fagerberg. Bump set near side, and a free ball dumped back deep by Lyons. Chased down by Johnson. Set for Rios, and she'll power it off the block and get the kill. Emery Rios ends that long rally with the kill. Her third of the night. It's 21-3 Sterling. Ulrich checks out on the front row, replaced by Taylor Simance. The serve from Sydney Henry is played far sideline, and a tip over and underneath the net was Cameron Lyons. She got the tip over but could not keep her body from going underneath the net. Hitting error on Lyons makes it 22-3. Henry with the serve far side on Bernal. Bump set near pin for a big swing that goes through the block and finds the floor. Lauren Fagerberg goes toe-to-toe with Kaylee Myers and gets the kill, her first tonight. We'll see Taylon Fose come in for Frontier. She'll have the serve. 22-4, Sterling with a sizable lead. Rios receives the serve. Henry sets it up for Myers. Blocked back by Frontier. Dug up by Henry. Johnson the back set. Flat-footed swing over from Simance. Bump set from Bernal and a back row swing. Dug up back row by Santamasso. Sid jumps set. Far pin Rios. Cross shot. Finds the floor again. Emery Rios with her fourth kill tonight. 2 in each set. 23-4. Sterling up by 19. Kaylee Myers will try to put 2 more points together and end this one. Serves it over the middle on Fost. High set near side for Shepard, who tips it short. Picked up by Henry. Bump set from Johnson. Rios with the tip short. Diving save far side by Henley. And a big swing over is dug up by Myers. Back into the radar zone of Anastie Shepard. And there's nobody there to defend that swing from Shepard as she gets her third kill to make it 23-5. Samantha Walsh will have the serve for the Wolverines. Floats it over the middle, misplayed by Santamasso, punched up by Henry, and a free ball over by Johnson. High set for a swing from Anderson, and Anderson able to power it through the block. Off a pair of hands, and to the floor it goes. Gabri Anderson with her first kill to make it 23-6. Ball floated near side on Courtney Canada Libero. Henry sets it up for Johnson, who drives it through the block. Freed over on the dig. Tipped back over at the net by Lauren Fagerberg. Joust won by Fagerberg, although there was nobody there to go up for the joust for the Tigers. 23-7 now, Sterling. Low line drive played by Santamasso. Bum set from Henry, and Addie will free it over deep. Chased down by Henley. Set for Fagerberg, and Fagerberg is turned back on the block of Emery Rios. That ends the run and gives Sterling set point up 24-7. 17 set points to work with. Rios floats the serve on Fost. Backs at far side. Anderson tips short. Diving save Rios. Set for Johnson, who's blocked back. Dug by Santamasso out of the net. Quick set over by Sid Henry. And the Tigers take the second set 25-7. Third and possibly final set coming up next from Frontier Academy High School in Greeley on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back to Frontier Academy in Greeley, where the Tigers lead 2-0. Our third set brought to you by Ice Lanes. There's no more entertaining time than bowling with family and friends, and you can do that at 208 North 10th Avenue in Sterling. Tigers took the first set 25-15, the second 25-7. Leading scorers for Sterling tonight, Sydney Henry. She has 7 kills on the night. Emery Rios behind her with 4-2 in each set so far for Emery. The next closest is Kaylee Johnson, who has a pair. Leading scorer tonight for Frontier Academy is Anasty Shepard. She's got 3 kills tonight. No other attacker for Frontier has more than 1. That check of the scorebook is brought to you by Coons Pump and Well Supply. For over 30 years, they've offered services you can only get from a family-owned business. For all your watering needs, call Coons Pump and Well Supply in Atwood, 970-522-2035. Tigers will start with the serve here in set number 3, and it will belong to Shaylee Ulrich. Shaley with the serve to start this one. Played on the far side by Fost. Set and a drive dug up by Canada. Bump set for Henry. Henry, big cross shot. Gets it down and in inside the near sideline for kill number 8. Henry en route to another double-digit kill performance in her senior season for this Tigers squad. Ball floated back deep, misplayed by Fost into the radar zone of Kaylee Johnson. And Kaylee Johnson drives it into the net. Tied at 1 here in set number 3. Serve goes to Gabri Anderson. Anderson with the serve, sliding pickup by Rios. Ulrich sets it middle. Santa Masa will tip it to the 10-foot line. Handed up off the net, and a free ball dumped back deep by Fagerberg. Back set. Santa Masa late to react, frees it over on a nice bump across, and Fagerberg mistimes the set and waffles it into the net. A hitting error for Lauren Fagerberg, her 4th tonight. Gives Sterling a 2-1 advantage. Kaylee Johnson will serve. Kaylee rolls the net, dug up by Bernal the libero. High set Fagerberg through the block off the net. Nice diving dig by Ulrich. Set for Henry, and Henry with a massive swing off the set from Addie Santamasso collects the kill. That was a nice set from Addie. She gets the assist. Sydney Henry gets a bill for the damage she caused to the floor here in Frontier Academy. 3-1 Sterling. Johnson again just clears the net. Dig by Fagerberg, set for Moore. Moore's cross is dug up by Johnson. Chased down by Ulrich, and a free ball by Sid Short. Fagerberg to Anderson. Anderson back to Fagerberg, who pushes it near sideline, and it's too wide and out. Lauren Fagerberg trying to find something that works, but right now she's committed 5 hitting errors and has just 1 kill. 4-1 Sterling. Johnson with the serve deep this time, played by Taylor Fost. Running bump set Anderson, and Moore will punch it back deep. Dig by Johnson over the middle. Ulrich sets far side for Sid, and Sid again knocks it off the hands of the back row. This time it's the libero Taylor Bernal who's the victim. 3 kills in this set for Sydney Henry, and the Tigers have built themselves a 5-1 lead. In fact, this is a 5-0 run as that one just clears the net, taken by Fagerberg. Back set for Shepard, who drives it into the Tiger bench from the far sideline. Anastie Shepard has 3 kills, 3 hitting errors. A 6-0 run for the Tigers, up 6-1. Johnson flat foots the serve into the net. Kaylee's been playing chicken with that net this entire run. She's hit the top of the net tape at least 4 times. That time she cannot get it over. 6-2, Sterling leads after the service error. Stella Miller, the freshman, on to serve. Miller with the serve, far side on Emery Rios. Ulrich with the back set over the middle for Sydney Henry, and Henry sends it right down the heart of the defense for another kill. That's her 4th one in this set and her 11th of the day. 7-2 Sterling. Santamasso with the serve, played by Bernal over the middle. High set, far pin for Fagerberg, and Fagerberg 2 deep and out. 6 hitting errors tonight for Lauren Fagerberg. Since 1915, Pete's Farmers Co-op has been on Highway 113 in Pete's. Get all your livestock supplies. Call 970-334-2204. Miscommunication on the set by Frontier Academy. Believe that was intended for Natalie Moore, but she was nowhere near that set. Ball finds the floor. Another error by Frontier makes it 9-2. Santamasso gives it back on the service error and make it 9-3. Tigers have at least 4 games coming up on Saturday. Fagerberg the serve, 2 deep and out. That's 6 hitting errors and 1 service error now for Lauren Fagerberg. 10-3 Sterling. Tigers will host Fleming, Lamar, and Wiggins in their pool in the Sterling tournament Saturday. Ball over the middle, played by Cameron Lyons, fresh into the ball game. Tip at the net, ends up back on the Frontier side. Samantha Walsh could not clear the top of the net with that tip attempt. 11-3 Sterling on another hitting error from Frontier. Henry with the serve, far sideline, nobody there. ACE ace for Sid, her fourth tonight. 12-3 Sterling. Sid back deep, too deep with that serve. 12-4 Sterling in front, keeping Frontier Academy at arm's bay, or arm's length, keeps them at bay, at arm's length. Here in set number 3. Ball served over the middle, played by Rios, set for Emery, and Emery will drive it right through the block at the net and get the kill off the assist from Sydney Henry. 5 kills tonight for Emery Rios, 13-4. Kaylee Myers will be on to serve for Sterling. Kaylee powers it back deep. Foast takes it on a knee. High set on the bump, and it can't be kept away from the scorer's table by Gabri Anderson. A ball handling miscue by Morgan Henley. Ball just clears the net from Myers. She gets credit for the ace. Tigers have been racking up the aces from the service line. Rudy's Tires, your one-stop on-the-spot tire headquarters. Roll with one of 7 locations across the plains or go to rudystires.com. Ball over the middle, played by Stella Miller. Bump set and a ball punched over far side. Again, it's Cameron Lyons who got happy feet. Miscommunication up front. 2 players going for 1 ball and nobody really makes a play on it. Timeout taken by Frontier Academy. Trailing 16-4 here in this 3rd set. Timeout brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado is a way of life, providing credit and related services to farmers and ag producers for more than 100 years. Visit PremierACA.com and let Premier Farm Credit go to work for you. Of course, we're on the volleyball court tonight, but we'll be on the softball diamond tomorrow. Sterling Tigers softball is in the 3A state tournament for the 10th consecutive year. That is quite a run for Sterling, and they are the 4 seed in that 3A field. They will take on Meeker starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Win that game, they play at 2:30 against either La Junta or Montezuma Cortez. Fun fact, Sterling has never seen Meeker, who's not been around for very long. I believe they started in 2015. La Junta, who has been a perennial contender and has been in the state tournament since 2011 every single year, has never faced Sterling either, believe it or not. Those 2 teams have managed to never see one another, so we could have 2 first-time matchups tomorrow, depending on how it all plays out. Out of the timeout, Tigers lead at 16-4. Backpedaling swing is dug up by Kaylee Myers on the back row. Bump set from Henry. Rios off the block she goes. Emery's got her 2nd kill of the set, her 6th of the day, and Sterling has a 17-4 lead. Serve, far side, played by Bernal, set at the net, is punched back over off the top of the net and then freed back across by the Tigers. Bernal the bump set, the swing by Anderson off the block, and the kill as Gabri Anderson gets her 2nd kill tonight. On a lucky bounce for the Frontier Academy Wolverines, that one went off the top of the net tape and back onto the Frontier side and basically set up the swing for Gabri Anderson. Taylin Foast, the senior, with the serve. She'll spin it over the middle on Addie Santamasso. Short set, high tempo. Emery Rios splits the defense once again. 7 kills tonight for Emery. She's closing in on double digits. Very good possibility you see 2 players in double figures before this one is over. 18-5, Sterling has the advantage now, 19-5 on a 2-hit violation by Frontier. Off the hands of Morgan Henley, her third ball handling error tonight. 19-5, now 20-5. Another ace. This one belongs to Emery Rios, her first tonight. And again, it's the libero, Bernal on the back row, who's victimized. Fost to the bench. Looks like she's in some pain as she limps towards that bench and will be looked at by the trainer. Bernal will take the serve from Emery Rios, set far side for Samantha Walsh, and Walsh's crosser is too wide and out on the near sideline, misses the hands at the net, 21-5. Rios the serve, just clears the net. Another ace as that one's misplayed by Cameron Lyons. And Sterling has a 22-5 lead, brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Hop off exit 66A on I-76 for a gem of a place. Auto accessories, food, and more at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Another ace for Emery Rios as she somehow floats that one on the far sideline. That thing felt like it was in the air for a good 30 seconds before it finally came down, and it got Frontier Academy all out of sorts as they could not time that one. A timeout taken by the Wolverines, down 23-5. Sterling 2 points away from a clean sweep of Frontier Academy here on the road. This timeout brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. They have pride in building their community, so get your project started the right way today by visiting westerneci.com. Post-game show coming up momentarily. We will go ahead and just wrap it up at the conclusion of this one. Due to some technical issues, hope to have those squared away before we hit the airwaves at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Again, we'll be on the road for state volleyball or state softball action. Sterling plays at 10 a.m. against Meeker. They'll get La Junta or Montezuma Cortez in game 2 with a win at 2:30. After that game, we will boogie back home to Sterling for Sterling Tiger football at home against the Valley Vikings. All of that coming up tomorrow here on 105.7 KPMX and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Anasty Shepard airmails everybody plus the line judge on her cross shot from the near pin. That one ends up all the way in the corner, and it's set point, no match point for Sterling, up 24-5. High set far side, roll shot inside the near line, belongs to Samantha Walsh, her second kill tonight, staves off one match point, it's 24-6. Off this kill, Walsh will have the serve. Walsh floats it short, Rios receives, Henry sets it up for Santa Maso, big swing dug up into the rafters, kept alive by Henley, and a free ball by Anderson. Chase down far side Rios. Back set near side. Simons off the block. Handed up by Anderson. Roll shot deep. Handed up by Rios. Bump set from Henry and a tip back deep from Johnson. On the floor it goes. Kaylee Johnson with the kill. And the Tigers take the final